You're listening to the Body Contouring Academy's Proven Profits podcast, where you'll learn simple, actionable strategies from real-world, wildly successful body contouring professionals to help you generate more revenue, realize the profits you deserve, and create the life you desire. I'm Shannon Schimmel.
And I'm Kay Overly, and we're your hosts of the Proven Profits podcast. Welcome back to the Body Contouring Academy's Proven Profits podcast. I'm Kay, here with Shannon, and we're going to continue our examination of the 6 Principles of Persuasion today in episode 15, and we're going to show you 4 clear-cut ways to achieve insanely high conversion rates using the authority principle of persuasion.
When your lawyer talks, you listen. When your pastor talks, you want to obey. When a police officer stops you on the street and asks you a question, you want to cooperate. You don't give it a second thought. You want to comply.
You've probably never questioned this behavioral wiring to conform to requests by these types of individuals. Just seems normal, right? But why do you instinctively and without a conscious thought, feel the need to comply? Well, the answer lies in another one of these 6 principles of persuasion, the authority principle.
That's our topic for today. We're going to continue the discussion about persuasion with an examination of the authority principle and how you can use it to achieve insanely high conversion rate that will ultimately lead you to massive increases in your profits. So what is the principle of authority? Simply put, the authority principle triggers our compliance. It rests upon this premise. When we interact with others who are in a position of authority, we feel a duty or obligation to comply with their requests.
So, let's apply this principle to our world, the world of body contouring. Your patient should already see you as an expert in the field of body contouring, because previously we've discussed how you should convey your experience and authority in your website, your advertising, your phone scripts, and in all of your systems. So putting this authority into play, your expertise allows you to persuade your patients to follow your lead and your advice. The patient sees you as a credible, knowledgeable expert, and they feel the need to follow your directions and to follow what you say.
So what are some ways to convey your authority? Well, if you're a physician, you already are at an advantage. You're a doctor. Your title quite simply conveys authority and respect. But what if you're not a doctor? How do you convey authority and put the principle of authority into play?
You should take these simple steps if you're not a doctor, and even if you are a doctor. Number 1, dress the part. You know you're being judged, so wear that lab coat, that name tag with your title and credentials, and then make sure you're impeccably groomed.
Number 2, convey confidence. A firm handshake, good eye contact, a smile, speaking loudly, and great posture.
And number 3, have others sing your praises. And you do this through the rest of your team. Comments like, "I don't know if you know this, but Dr. Handy is a body contouring expert." Or, "I'm going to let Dr. Handy answer that. He's the real expert."
And research has confirmed this. Science has told us it's important to signal to others what makes you a credible, knowledgeable authority before you attempt to influence based on authority.
And finally, number 4. You should display your expertise. So if it's possible, hang your degrees, your awards on the wall for display, and have them either in the room where you see your patients and do consultations, or in the lobby for everyone to see.
Research also shows that having others sing your praises and displaying your credentials prior to using your authority to influence increases your sales by 15 to 20%. That's impressive, especially when you consider it something that cost you nothing to implement. You can see that knowing the principle of authority and how to use it can add massive numbers to your bottom line, but you have to implement it.
Which brings us to your action step for this episode. Implement a plan putting the authority principle into action in your business now by following these 4 steps. Remember, the sooner you implement, the sooner you profit, the more you have to gain.
Tune in for our next episode as we continue our discussion breaking down each one of the 6 principles of persuasion and show you how to use each of them in your body contouring practice so you can generate massive increases in your revenue. Stay tuned and subscribe so you don't miss a single episode.
Bye for now from Shannon and Kay at the Body Contouring Academy's Proven Profits Podcast.